that's when I felt it then. I yelled out. Everybody fire me, yo!
Shaw was treated for his injuries at Regional 1. In July 2024, he was then cuffed and booked on 4 charges, including assault on a first responder.
I stayed in jail, I think, about maybe a week, or a little bit over a week, and it was hard for me. I felt that the system had let me down.
Cross your heart, I'm the voice in the streets. See your top, got that grind, never sleep. Club podcast, be the source of the heat. Hustle and flow with that rhythm in the beat. Stacks on the rocks while the haters just creep. Catching that shine, you could call me a beast. Always on the move, got my crew where my feet. Living this life, see the world from the peak. Ain't no stop, we on the ground. Wash your heart and twirl the line.
Salute world, we back at it like a crack at it. It's your boy Cross, Boss Cross, Big CEO of Cross Your Heart. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all comment, and y'all subscribe. Well, I got one for y'all today. This one's gonna blow your mind. Now, we all heard about how Memphis police, and they said some of the things they do has been so corrupt. They just had a scandal, some misconduct, sexual allegation scandal that's been going on with 4 other officers. But this one came across my desk, man. It was from a ring camera. So it was a gentleman that I guess was having a dispute with his neighbor, right? Going back and forth about their dogs. So what happened was the neighbor called the police. Upon the neighbor calling the police, the guy comes outside. You can see it clearly on the ring camera that he's on his phone and he's telling that police officer, don't come up on my yard, man. Don't come over here messing with, basically like taking the word of the other guy. All of a sudden, you see the police officer just rush him. They start tussling. The police officer putting his hands on him. Then another guy comes, tase him to the point where I'm talking about putting hands and feet all on this man. On top of that, somebody ends up biting the man. Through all this, the man ended up getting put up in there. They end up putting him in jail for trying to assault an officer. You're going to see the judge going to watch this. It's just so much going on. Now, the whole time, I guess they're still standing behind their police officers saying that they did everything correctly. So I just want y'all to check this out because I was like, somebody rushing, especially being an officer of the badge, and he's got a badge on and he's rushing you and in front of your yard late at night. But that, to me, is, that's what's so wild about all this. What would y'all do in a situation like that? How do you take that? You know what I'm saying? And do you trust these police officers or anywhere else? And I think it's just messed up because they hell bite somebody in the middle of you didn't even have to detain the man. This was a silver thing. This wasn't even criminal. So y'all watch this, man. Y'all tell me because this one right here blew my mind. And on top of that, still standing on business saying they did everything right. So y'all check this out and y'all tell me what y'all think.
A Fraser man says his life changed in seconds and it was all caught on camera. Mario Shaw says he was beaten, bitten, hit several times and tased in his own front yard. He says a call from his neighbor brought 2 police officers to his home and now the homeowner plans to sue the police department. ABC 24's Yvonne Cooper shows us what unfolded next and what prompted an internal investigation. It's a story you will only see on ABC 24 News.
The video that we're about to show you is graphic, but Mario Shaw wants you to see it. He told me that he did not have a gun and he didn't threaten the officers. Now he's demanding justice and accountability.
Get up on my yard. Identify yourself. Please. I'm on the phone. I'm standing on my front porch requesting for a supervisor to come. That's when I got attacked.
This Ring doorbell footage shows a Memphis police officer run toward this man, grab him, and throw him off of his own porch.
Get out! Get out on the ground!
That man is Mario Shaw.
I was treated like an animal in my front porch. I just... it's overwhelming for me.
14 seconds into this video, Shaw is seen struggling with the officer. Another officer runs up and pulls his taser, while the first officer punches Shaw in the back of the head at least 5 times. The video shows the second officer kick Shaw in the back. Then Shaw says one officer bit him.
He took one bite, then he went in for a second bite, and that's when I felt it then. I yelled out. Everybody fire me, yo!
Shaw was treated for his injuries at Regional 1. In July 2024, he was then cuffed and booked on 4 charges, including assault on a first responder.
I stayed in jail, I think, about maybe a week, a little bit over a week, and it was hard for me. I felt that the system had let me down.
But months later, in December, Judge Christian R. Johnson dismissed all charges against Shaw.
He dismissed it because the affidavit stated that I assaulted the officer. And once he saw the video, he noticed that all of it was made up.
Moments before officers arrived at his home, Shaw said that he had an argument with a neighbor whose dog ran onto his yard. One police report states that the two men had disagreements in the past because of their dogs, but this time, the neighbor called police. According to the affidavit and a police report, officers Tywan Brooks and Kevin Shannon came to Shaw's home. The documents state that the officers believe Shaw was possibly armed, meaning they thought he might have a gun, based on a statement that was made from a neighbor. Shaw said that he didn't, and there isn't a gun visible in this video. This footage only shows Shaw holding a phone to his ear. And the police report never mentions that the officers found a gun. The documents state the suspect pulled away from officers when they tried to handcuff him. Then, the suspect started to swing his fist at Officer Brooks, striking him in the face.
Get up on my yard!
But it doesn't play out that way in this video. You can see the officer at a distance. Shaw is standing on his front porch. Seconds later, the video shows that officer running towards Shaw before the incident. There are several things not listed in the incident report that you could clearly see happened on video. First, the incident report never mentions that Mario Shaw was kicked, that he was hit in the head multiple times, or that he had several injuries. Memphis police chose not to speak to me on camera, but a spokesperson did answer a few of my questions by email. The statement reads in part, both officers completed the necessary use of force documentation following the event. The officers employed hard hand techniques and less lethal methods to safely take the suspect into custody. We filed an open records request to get a copy of those documents, but that request was denied. Also, the department would not confirm or deny that an officer bit Shaw.
Come on, get out! Get out of the way!
Nearly 1 year after the incident, Shaw plans to sue the Memphis Police Department.
It done destroyed my trust with Memphis Police Department.
He's also advocating for police reform in hopes of preventing another incident like this for him or anyone else.
Don't take you! Thank God that my voice is finally getting heard, but I would like justice from the mistreatment that I received. Shouldn't nobody have to go through what I experienced.